Fred was driving when his car was scratched by a public bus. He seized the bus key from the driver and requested him to repair his car before he would give him back the key to his bus. People gathered to plead on his behalf, but he refused. His action angered a passenger who was in the bus. She moved towards him to rebuke him for his actions. Fred was shocked by her reaction. He released the key to the driver and followed the lady to her house. After he followed her to her house, he got out of his car, walked toward her apartment, and knocked on her door. She opened the door and found out it was him again. She asked him to give her a few minutes. After a few seconds, she returned with a bucket of water and poured it over Fred. Strangely, after the incident, Fred developed a lot of attraction towards the girl. He went to her house again to look for her, but unfortunately, he met her sister instead. He asked her sister for information about her. He was informed that her sister's name is Sarah, and she isn't around at the moment. After Fred got Sarah's number from her sister, he called her on the phone. Disguising himself as a customer interested in patronizing her, he placed an order for some of her products to be delivered to his house. Sarah went to deliver the things Fred ordered, and upon arrival, she discovered it was Fred. They had a lengthy conversation, which led to them fixing a date to hang out. They met as agreed and asked to know more about each other. As time went on, they fell in love. After Fred took Sarah home to meet his mother as the person he wants to marry, his mother forbade him to marry her. She stated that she wouldn't allow him to stoop so low and that there is someone else for him to marry. Esther felt embarrassed by Fred's mother and then left angrily. Fred went to his mother and told her that Esther is the woman he wants to marry. He later brought Esther to stay with him and his mother. During her stay in the house, Fred's mother always showed disapproval of her and Fred's relationship. Esther later decided to move out, but Fred pleaded and humbly requested her to stay. One day, a lady knocked on the door. Esther opened the door and found a girl standing there, followed by Fred's mother. She was brought as Fred's wife. This angered Esther, so she packed her belongings and left. Fred arrived home from work and was touched from behind by Dora. Fred saw her and instantly confronted her. He rebuked his mother for bringing Dora to the house. He then went in search of Esther to bring her back, but she refused to return to him until Dora left the house. After that, Dora made a call and planned to get Esther kidnapped. The agent she sent started to monitor Esther. As Esther entered her house gate, she was grabbed from behind and taken into the car. They left on their way, but were stopped by the police, who searched the car and found Esther. They were all arrested. The secret was revealed, and Dora was arrested. Fred's mother then accepted Fred and Esther to marry each other.